Hello and welcome everyone back to my channel. Um, Today we're just gonna do a quick prediction. It's only gonna be a short video, but a little prediction of the week two um, results. What I think is gonna happen. Uh, so let's go straight in with it. Hope everyone's doing well. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Support recently has been awesome. We're doing a lot more content, and um, it's been positive, the response. So we'll keep going with it. Yeah. This is only a short one though. So the first game is literally in about an hour's time. It's West Ham versus Chelsea. Are Chelsea gonna fumble it again, or we're gonna get a draw? No, I'm gonna say Chelsea 2-0. 2-0. Chelsea 2-0. Yeah, I think. Say yeah, that'll do. Enough said. Enough said. Enough said. Right, next result 12:30 Saturday. Man City versus Tottenham. Big game. Tottenham always seem to pull it out at the Etihad. I think Man City are going to do it this time. They're gonna get one over. I may be seeing a draw, but I reckon Man City 2-0. 2-0 Man City. 2-1? 2-0. 2-0. 2-0. We'll go 2-0. The 3 o'clock kickoffs start up with Bournemouth versus Wolves. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 1-0 Bournemouth. Yeah, 1-0 Bournemouth. Next game, Brentford's Aston Villa. Oh, I'm gonna go draw in this one, 1-0. Stinky 1-0. Burnley Sunderland. This is where I guess I'm gonna say Sunderland. Sunderland 2-1. Sunderland 2-1. And then the big one, which we should, when I finish work, I'm going to try and rush home and we'll do a live watch along. It might be a little bit late. It might be a little bit into the game, but we'll try and do that. Arsenal versus Leeds, 7:30. I'll try and get back to do a live watch along. But I'm going to go Arsenal 3-0. I want to say a stupid score like 5, but I'm going to keep it sane. Let's not go too crazy. I'm gonna say 3-0 Arsenal. Leeds look good, but it's got to click. It's got to click this weekend. Um so yeah. The 5:30 kickoff, Arsenal versus Leeds, 3-0 Arsenal. And then on Sunday, do we have any games Sunday? Yes, we do. Crystal Palace, Notts Forest, 2 o'clock. Crystal Palace without Eze, Nottingham Forest look good. I'm actually gonna go 3-2 Forest. Just throwing that one out there. 3-2 Forest. Everton, Brighton, 2 o'clock. Everton, the first home game, actually. I think they might be buzzing for this. Yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 Everton. 2-1 Everton. And then the late kickoff on Sunday, 4:30, Fulham versus Man United. I'm going to predict a. No, Man United should win this. They played well. They played well. What if it's like a stinky draw? They can't get it in the back of the net, or like Fulham's just defending for their lives. No, I'm gonna go Man United 2-0. 2-0 Man United. I think that's about right. We'll break down some of the games now. I just want to get all the scores done straight away. Start the video. That's what I think. But I'll tell you, we'll run through some of them. So today, the Chelsea, I think they're going to have a bee in their bonnet. First game they didn't play well. I think they're going to look at trying to get a performance against West Ham tonight. Do I think West Ham have got it in them. I'm going to say no. Chelsea, I think a lot of their stars are going to come out to play tonight. Enough said, really. I mean, yeah, I just think they're going to turn up tonight. They have to put in a performance tonight. They can't draw again or lose because everyone's going to be on them. So the pressure's on. I think they're gonna go for this one. Um, Man City, Tottenham. I think yes, Tottenham always go there and seem to pull out a result, but I don't. I think their heads have gone down a bit this after the good news for Arsenal this week. Eze signing for Arsenal. I think as well as Richarlison, knowing that I think he probably knew he was on his way out, but they were trying to offer him out after a good performance. So, and Man City are just flowing. Let's be honest, they're flowing again. They're not even. They're not even really got going, but they're there already. They're there already. This is a test for them because they are a bit sloppy at the back, but going forward, they're dangerous, and I don't think Tottenham could hold them out for that long. So yeah, that's why I think Man City take that one. Bournemouth, Wolves. I can't really say a lot on both teams really. I think Wolves just coming up, already been spanked, and Bournemouth they've lost a couple of players, but they've all for the last couple of years they've been quite a solid Premier League team and a bogey team for Arsenal. Um, so I never quite write them off, even though they'll when they play against Arsenal they don't mind sitting, and I think against Wolves and stuff they'll open up a little bit more, which could leave them exposed. But I think that's an easy one to call really. Um, Brentford, Aston Villa. This is another one of those tough ones where each team have kind of lost players, not really gained a lot. Um, Aston Villa, it could click again. It could just click again. It didn't look like it. They were played better. They were a better team against Newcastle. But Brentford, I mean, Wiss is not there. I think did I predict a draw in this one? Yeah, it's going to be I think it's going to be a draw, but if I'm going to put my money on one of them, it has to be Aston Villa to win. And I think I might actually change my result on that one. I think actually, yeah, Aston Villa. We'll go 2-0 Aston Villa actually. Yeah, 2-0 Aston Villa. Um, Burnley, Sunderland. I mean, Sunderland come out there. They got Xhaka, and he's just an absolute captain, like the man in the middle. Like he runs a show, and I think it's such a great signing for them. Um, yeah, I think Sunderland. Still, it's not a lot more you can say about that. And obviously the Arsenal game, we need a result. We need it. We need it. We need it. We need it. Um, yes, we need a result, but sorry, we also need a performance. We need to really show the fans at home what we've got this season, even if it's like third gear and we're knocking it around nicely. Um, I'll be happy. I want to still keep a clean sheet, and I want to win this game by 3 goals or more. That's where I'm at. Whether we will, I mean, going off last week's performance at at the at Old Trafford, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure, but yeah, if we play like that, then yeah, we're gonna. It's gonna be a tough day, but if we play our football, I think we're gonna be all right. And I think that was just maybe a one-off. That was just a one-off, and I think this weekend, looking at the squad, yeah, Eze's not going to be playing or anything like that, which is probably a good thing because I want to see what the squad. If we hadn't assigned Eze, what is the squad going to look like? What are we going to do? Obviously, minus Havertz, bad news with the injury, but I think we could just lock them off and just play our football, especially at home. And this Eze signing, yes, he won't be playing, but it's going to give the fans such a lift. And even if they do introduce him tomorrow, which I don't know, he's done the medical, he's done all that, so maybe he will get introduced tomorrow. That's going to give the whole stadium a massive lift, and yeah, we should be winning this game by 3 goals or more. if we're looking at winning the title, which I want us to, a lot of fans want us to, then these are the type of games you go, yeah, you should be winning this game by 3 goals or more, keeping clean sheets, lock this team out. There's no disrespect to Leeds. That's no disrespect to Leeds. But from what we're doing and where they've come from, we should be putting this team away easily. All right. The amount of signings we've made compared to their team, um, it has to start clicking tomorrow. Has to. And then we move on to Sunday. Come on, you Gooners. Come on, you Gooners. Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest. Chris Wood, absolute. I seen one of the goals from that game. He knew exactly. Someone's put the ball into him, and he's running before. As soon as the player's getting the ball, he's already making that run. He's got such a striker's instinct. Big, strong. He's not the fastest, but he's got a bit of pace on him. And if he's already making that run ahead of you, he's already past you, and he's gonna slot it home. He's a dangerous piece of kit. That guy. He's a dangerous piece of kit. I'm not saying Crystal Palace haven't got that, but losing a big player, and he's not their best player, but losing a big player at this moment, they got the win last night. So there might be a little bit of tiredness in the legs, but yeah, I think Nottingham Forest will take this, and I think it'll be like a comfortable performance for them. No disrespect to Crystal, I could be completely wrong, but I feel like it's going to be a comfortable kind of performance for them, and it might not be like twos and threes. The goals, I think it might be 2-1, but I think it's going to be a comfortable performance for them all round. Something just tells me that after the first weekend, I feel like maybe it's a home thing. I don't know. Well, I think this is what we're going to tell over from last weekend to this weekend. What are your team like? Now you can actually see what your teams are like home and away. Okay, you can assess that a little bit more. We're getting a little bit more of a what's the word? Dunno. Everton, Brighton. Yeah, Everton didn't play well the other night. Dodgy penalty, I will say that, but they didn't do a lot. What are they going to do with Jack Grealish? Are they going to play him in the centre, or are they going to knock him out, stick him on the sideline again? But it's their first home game of the season. Yes, they've played there already, but this one's the one. This one's the one they want to win, like the first Premier League game at home. So I'm predicting that they are going to win this. And yeah, they're going to have a feisty crowd. I don't know what the atmosphere is going to be like. But yeah, I think they'll take this. I think they will take this. And then Fulham, Man United. I mean, Man United played so well against us last weekend. They didn't have any actual clear cut opportunities. Maybe that was us playing really open at the back on the wings. I'm not sure what was going on. They were trying to knock it over the top, and we weren't doing anything with our opportunities. And the way we weren't even knocking it around. They were winning every ball. They were really, and if they keep that intensity up, that tempo in this game, I think Fulham are going to be in trouble. And whether we can, they don't want to go on this lose and draw, and then draw this game, and then these new players are going to start just sort of settling into a pace of, it's all right. This is what we do here now. We just draw, and if we play well, we lose anyway. So let's just settle in and see where we are halfway through the season, and then maybe start knocking on. No, they need to keep that intensity up, and if they do, with that type of way they were playing, and the goalie don't mess up anymore, I think they could be pretty handy this year. And Buemo Cunha, it looks sharp. It to be fair, from a year ago, it looked an absolute shambles. I can't even believe it's a year ago that Ten Hag was there, and I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still in a process. We like to use that word as Arsenal fans, or phase 19 or whatever. These guys are going through that, and it's a completely different from a year ago what was going on a year ago. And it was just, you couldn't even tell what they were doing. I think the manager was trying to adapt to each team instead of figuring out a style of football for Man United. Whereas Amarin, I can see a little bit of something coming on there. Everyone looks like they're working for each other. They just got to get some wins, because then their players' confidence is going to start believing in themselves, and then they're going to push on a bit more. If this is a draw, this game, or they lose, their heads are going down, down, down. Because yes, to lose to Arsenal is one thing, and we were playing bad. And yes, they should have won, whatever you want to say. But to then go the next weekend after all this talk about how much you played well, and then draw or lose this game against Fulham, no disrespect to Fulham, it's just like, well, what have we learnt then? You now you're playing half decent, but you're not getting it over the line. You're not getting those wins. So yeah. Anyway, that's my predictions. Anyway, that's me, a little waffle about what I kind of think is gonna happen this weekend, the scores, and just a little bit of fun. But yeah, if you guys like the content, please subscribe, please like, comment, let me know what you think in the comments of your predictions. And yeah, catch you on the next one. Peace.